CGTN was at the CO Summit and heard from several of its participants about the direction of the BRI.
This time at the summit, we had a project contract. We will sign an agreement with the Bank of China to promote the use of Chinese RMB and Cambodian rial as dual currencies in our industrial park.
The UAE has been a vital partner with China in the Belt and Road Initiative, and we attach great importance, as I said, to this initiative in terms of its infrastructure objectives, which, of course, enhances the bilateral relationship.
We are here after the forum, after the conference. Tomorrow we go to Guangzhou to participate, to take part in the exhibition, so to find the new business partners for our project in Russia.
I hope that there will be more, from the legal perspective, there will be more procedural rules which are common to entire Belt Road nations, because this area, this region covers the civil, Islamic, and also common law. And hope that throughout this conference, the consensus on building up the common community through legal process can be accomplished.
The plenary meeting of the Belt and Road Studies Network saw attendees from over 130 countries and regions. Initiated by Xinhua News Agency along with 15 think tanks, the Belt and Road Studies Network was inaugurated in 2019 to promote study and academic exchanges. Participants at the meeting agreed that the Belt and Road Forum in Beijing would deepen cooperation among member countries and promote the sharing of research and ideas related to the BRI. 5 parallel sessions were also held to share reports by think tanks around the world.
The forum is a platform where we can practice new ideas about the Belt and Road and enhance the feeling we get from leading and building the country. As a positive force to promote win-win cooperation, the forum will better improve people-to-people communication in the future.
Construction on Belt and Road has achieved fruitful results both in quality and quantity. I think the development of the Belt and Road is the icing on the cake for the building of East Asia.
Let's now bring in Yomn Hamaky, Professor of Economics at Ains University in Cairo. Thank you so much for joining us, Professor. What kind of impact, Professor, has the BRI had since its inception?
Actually, we have witnessed to a large extent a successful performance, taking into consideration the number of countries they expressed their willingness to participate from one perspective. From another, investment has increased substantially, arrived to $1 trillion during this period, as well as we can see that specifically Africa and developing countries are looking for opportunities for investment, since the continent is suffering from lack of infrastructure. They are suffering from, the continent is suffering from poverty. Still we need to exploit our resources efficiently enough, and all this needs finance and technology. And I believe by integrating the continent into such an important initiative, I think that there is going to be a lot of opportunities on a win-win basis in order to enhance our capabilities to use our resources and build our resilience, taking into consideration, the risks that's strengthening nowadays the world economy. As we see conflicts everywhere, jeopardizing opportunities of growth and addressing the problems of the continent.
Professor, I think you've touched on this a little bit, but can you speak to us further about what some of the key challenges the initiative has faced and how do you see its future, especially here on the African continent?
Yes, actually, the continent still suffering from two shocks after COVID-19 and then the Russian-Ukrainian war. And the impact was actually severe, taking into consideration the indebtedness of the African continent and still poverty, the highest in the world, as well as feminization of poverty. Women are suffering from poverty and diseases and so on. So the only way to address that is by economic empowerment of poor, by finding ways to use our resources efficiently. We all know that we have the vision of 2063 aiming to industrialize the continent as well as addressing the climate change impact and achieving sustainable development goals. Still a lot of challenges confronting the continent, taking into consideration infrastructure and taking into consideration how to industrialize natural resources, how to upgrade skills and to enhance systems of education and health. Still a lot of challenges confronting the continent. I believe as you have mentioned in your report, that finding opportunities for mutual and intra-investment as well as opportunities for trade among the countries involved in the initiative, I believe may open for Africa opportunities for being integrated into the value chain, taking into consideration nowadays experts that are existing in Africa, and by B2B and intellectual to intellectual, we can form a lot of opportunities. Nowadays, the world is changing. The world economy is suffering from severe challenges, and by building the resilience of the world economy cannot be done without integrating developing countries, and Africa, with all these resources, can play a significant role.